What are real handles in basketball? Like being able to actually be effective in games. What are the things you have to have in place? There's a lot of things that go into having real handles, and a lot of them players overlook. Probably keeping you from being as effective as you could be in games. In fact, there's a really good chance they are. And these things, when we've added them with players that I've trained, we see instant improvements in their ability to get to the rim, get shots off, etc., etc., etc. And at the end of the video, I'm gonna make sure I give you some things to give you exactly what you need to work on. So the first is you have to be able to handle the basketball, right? You gotta be able to handle it all areas around your body, behind your back, between your legs, different hand positions, so things like your inside out and your V, right, your forward back rolls, all those things are really, really important, and you've got to be putting in time to work on those. I'm going to give you a video at the end that will help you drill out all those different aspects. That's going to help you a ton. Second thing is a little bit more overlooked, but I think most players know it. But hit that like button if those first tips help, and leave a comment, say this helps. So the second thing is being able to handle the basketball while on the move. Now you probably know that you need to be able to move around with your handles and be able to move your feet while dribbling the basketball and not have the basketball hit your legs, and put the basketball where it needs to go so you don't lose the basketball, right? But a lot of players don't think about putting in the time to work on that. And the big reason for that is maybe they're spending a lot of time doing stationary type stuff, or even adding a little bit of footwork in. Now, I'm a big advocate saying that, like, look, you can get really good handles with stationary drills. You can really improve your control even with like your crossovers. Like if you pay attention, if I'm moving quick here on that crossover, there's a brief pause with my feet, so it essentially becomes almost a stationary thing. But there's also certain crossovers where it's just more of a on the move and the feet never plant. There's certain movements like your inside out dribble where you're continually moving your feet a little bit more, right? Your regular dribble while you're running. Those sides of the game have to be practiced to get them down. Again, I'm gonna have another video for you at the end that will help you with this side of things. But at the end of the day, what you need to know is to put in practice doing your handles on the move. Third thing is that you have to be able to handle defenders. Handle defenders means being able to read and react to where they're going and make adjustments, right? If they cut off this angle, coming out this way. If they cut off this angle, being able to quickly react to cross over, but also handling them as far as how you set them up. Can I use my handles to fake them out and then come another way? Can I use my handles to get them to move back and then separate? How can I initiate their movement? Handling defenders is a big part of being a good ball handler in games. It's not enough to just be able to do a bunch of crazy moves and even do a bunch of crazy moves while you're on the move. You're not going to be very effective if you can't set up and make your defender go where you want them to, and if you can't react to what they're doing. Again, I'll have something at the end that'll help you with the reactional element inside of things. Fourth big thing is handling contact. A lot of it comes down to getting an active offhand, knowing how to position your body. You've got to be able to initiate contact, handle it, get comfortable with using that offhand, right? In game situations, if you're always relying on being evasive, certain defenders are going to give you problems. There's a lot of defenders out there, in fact, that think if you have good handles, they're like, oh, I can just shut him down by being physical. In a lot of situations, they're right. Because if you're not practicing that side of things and you're not getting yourself comfortable with it in game situations, that's going to throw you off. It's going to put you off balance. You're going to be able to poke at the basketball. That's going to mess you up mentally with your confidence. Now, you're going to think twice about trying to do anything. You're just going to try to get rid of the basketball, right? So developing the ability to handle contact, getting that active offhand is going to be huge. The same video that I'm going to give you that's going to help you with working on your reacting to defenders is also going to help you a lot with getting that active offhand. Fifth thing, and to me this is why guys like James Harden's underrated as a ball handler, Chris Paul is underrated, and Stephen Curry is underrated, is your ability to handle getting the basketball to teammates. You might say, well, passing is kind of handles, I guess, but not really. But you got to keep in mind, your handles set up a lot of those opportunities, right? Getting your defender to shift so you got a path to get to the basketball to your teammate, or getting their defender to shift out of the way so you got a path to get to the basketball. There's also the ball control element of transitioning from your dribble into the pass. There's a little bit of handles that goes into setting up that pass. So that's one big thing you've got to be good at if you really want to say you're a great ball handler. You can't just be great at dribbling and only be able to create shots for yourself, because at the end of the day, if that's all you're ever doing, defenders are just going to wait for you and they're going to double team you, triple team you, and at some point you're not going to be effective with your handles anymore, and now you can't handle the defense because you can't handle getting the basketball to your teammates. Pretty much all the videos I'm gonna give you at the end will help you with this side of things. And then the sixth thing is being able to handle getting your own shot off. That's the one you probably want to be able to do a little bit more. And all the things I gave you earlier are gonna help you with that. But again, there's those transitional elements of handles with your footwork, right? Getting your footwork right for your shot. Being able to really separate for your defender to get that layup off. You've got to be able to handle that side of things to create for yourself if you really want to say you've got handles. Being able to score at least by the rim or from out on the perimeter, one of the two or both. That's going to make you a lot more deadly and unpredictable, hard to guard if you have both. But you've got to work on those transitional elements. You can't just be like, well, I can dribble really good and I can shoot really good. Those are both great things, but can you dribble and go into that shot really good? There's that transition period again, right? Being able to get your footwork right, transition the ball handling from that. That's a skill that has to be developed. That little transition, you might think, you know, oh, it's not that hard, no big deal. But the more you work on it, the better you'll get at it. The more control you'll have over it so you can get into that shot quicker. You can create more separation to get into that shot. You can get more accurate with that shot. You have to work on that side of things. And that also applies with your passing and your layups, right? Some layups, you might want to do it all one hand so you can use that off arm. Sometimes on a pass, it's quicker to do it off one hand. Those are things that have to be developed transitioning from your handle. Here's the video that's gonna help you with controlling the basketball in all areas around your body in different hand positions. This one will help you develop your handles on the move. This video is gonna help you with contact, reacting defenders. This video is gonna help you with getting your shot and layups off the dribble. I'll have all those videos pinned to the top comment, as well as one with working on your passing off the dribble, and they'll also be in the description below. I'll see you in one or all of those videos next.